Mind reading present. 7 signs you are growing as a person. Like it or not, we all change over time. While I believe that some important parts of our personality always remain the same, there are things we learn over the years. There are also things we go through that shape us into different people than before. Sometimes, this change is difficult to accept because we feel like we have lost our identity. However, it's important that you view that change as part of personal growth and as a way to build the best version of yourself. While you may not see it, if you experience any of the following signs, you are definitely growing as a person. Number 1. Your circle of friends has changed. That said, if a friendship lasts more than 7 years, it is likely that it will last a lifetime. You're proud to still hang out with some of your childhood or high school friends, but sometimes you feel like your current path of life is different. This is one of the first signs that you are starting to grow as a person. Initially, you feel guilty about spending time with friends no longer satisfying you as much as you used to. However, as time goes by, you realize that you are no longer as compatible with them as you used to. That doesn't mean you have to cross them out of your life after all. They're the people who are there for you in good times and bad, and are part of your life. But you have the right to change the circle of people you spend time with. Sometimes, the thought of spending all your free time with old friends makes you depressed, and you want to spend more quality time with new people. This doesn't mean that you've betrayed them. It just means that you've changed as a person, and that you're embracing your new, more mature self. Number 2. Your interests have changed. In the same way, your friendship environment has changed, and so have your interests. You find yourself enjoying things differently than ever before. When you're younger, the thing you love the most of the week is going to the club on Saturday nights. But now, you'd rather stay home and read a book or watch a movie, or do nothing, and you're not ready to do something you don't like just to please someone else. That's because you've learned that saying no to things you don't want to do is a natural thing. In addition, your hobbies and the way you spend your free time have also changed. You try to spend more quality time improving yourself and not wasting it on meaningless things, which will not bring you any progress. Your old self may think you're boring and unpleasant to hang out with, but that just means that you're growing mentally. Number 3. You think about the future. It's always nice to go through each day as if it were your last day and enjoy every breath you take. But sometimes, there are times in our lives when we have to think about the future. You try to spend time building yourself personally and professionally. It doesn't mean you don't live life to the fullest. You just invest in the future. You are not as careless with money, time, and energy as you used to be. You are aware of the fact that everything you do now will be reflected in your future in one way or another. This means that you are finally growing and maturing. Although these thoughts sometimes make you anxious and you want to be free again, they are actually a great sign, as they show that you have started a path of self-growth. Number 4. You have removed some toxic people from your life. One of the most important signs of knowing who you are is putting yourself first, and you can never achieve it until you get rid of toxic people and unhealthy relationships from your life. This doesn't mean you become selfish or selfish. It just means that you know that you have to value yourself, because if you don't, no one else will do it. You've tried to help and improve these people, and you know you've done the best you can. But now, it's time to move on. It's time to throw away that negative energy because, no matter how much you care about toxic people, they can only bring you down with themselves. It's time to think positively, and good things will follow. You know what you want from life, and have a clear goal. And you don't need people around you who won't support you. Yes, letting go of someone you love is always painful, but it should be done if it's for your own good. Number 5. You question yourself. You used to make all the decisions in your life based only on your heart and emotions. Even though you're still developing your sensitive side and take great pride in it, you've come to the conclusion that sometimes you need to think twice before you act. This surprises you with some of the decisions you make. You have spent a lot of time questioning some of the decisions you have made in the past that were clearly wrong for you, but feel right now, and that affect your future. And after a lot of heartbreak, you finally realize that sometimes you need to let common sense guide you. Now, you think about everything you do. You don't let others into your life as easily as you did before, and you don't trust everyone. You don't allow yourself to be influenced by others, and you want to make sure that you have thought carefully about every choice you are about to make, because you know that you are the only one who will bear all the consequences of every decision. Number 6. You are attracted to different types of men. It seems like your perspective on men has changed completely. In the past, the only thing that mattered to you was whether your future boyfriend was charming enough, and whether you felt palpitations when you were around him. And unfortunately, it has caused you a lot of heartbreak. You've been in a relationship with a guy who is clearly not appropriate for you, but you're often afraid to leave him because you think you'll never be able to get over them. Those days are gone. You know that you are a strong individual who doesn't need a man to compliment him. But if the right man comes along, you know what qualities you are looking for in him. You don't need a man in your life. You need a man who will be your equal partner in every way. Number 7. You don't feel distracted easily. If you have learned to prioritize the things and people in your life, it is one of the first signs that you are starting to know yourself and that you are growing as a person. In the past, everyone had the ability to hurt you and every comment could upset you. However, as you get older, things start to change. You are still there for the people who need you, but you don't let other people's problems get the better of you like you used to. You don't allow yourself to get upset easily. You have learned what is important in life, and you refuse to spend your time or energy on every little thing. This does not mean that you become less sensitive. It just means that you have learned what life means and that you finally know how to appreciate yourself. If you're on a journey of self-improvement, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more content on personal growth, emotional development, and becoming the best version of yourself.